Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dynamite Book. Had some personal stuff going on last week, so I wasn't on, but I'm back. Obviously, Danny is not here because she is still in Europe living her best life. I think she's in Italy right now, just living it up. But I have a very special guest with me, your fave and mine too. We got all elite geeks in the building for Dynamite 250, the AEW historian. So I feel like it was fitting, for Dynamite 250, we got to have somebody who knows the facts. We gotta have the facts, okay?
Yes. Interesting 250.
Ciao.
I'm not going off Salazar. I had to hit one before I got on here so I can be calm.
You better than me. Listen, okay, I've had a very hard week. And so I was really looking forward to this. I was just like, this is going to be we going to have a key tonight. It's going to be, I'm about to unwind. I was like, this is going to be a good time. Y'all saw me tweeting earlier about, this is so sentimental. We've been here since day one, having a good time.
We was all hyped.
So hyped. So I will say some people were just I saw everybody on Twitter talking about some of y'all can't think for yourself. Not me. I wanted to love everything, guys.
Y'all gonna have to put a name on that one. Y'all gotta put a name on it.
I came in this with great intentions. I was trying to vibe tonight. I thought we was, Without any further ado, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So we started off the show with MJF versus Ospreay, which isn't a problem in and of itself. I figured that was probably what they were doing. And listen, I'm a hater, but I am also fair. Mm-hmm. And so I've never taken anything away from MJF as a wrestler. So I might not like everything that he does, but as a wrestler, I acknowledge that he's very talented. Mm-hmm. And obviously, Will Ospreay is talented. So I think I was expecting a good match.
Here's the thing. I feel the same way that you do in regards to MJF, and I'm fair on the show. I'm whatever on the timeline. So if you feel like what I'm gonna say on the timeline is what I'll say on air, it's complete opposite, because I am fair when it comes to critiquing anything when it comes to wrestling. With MJF, he's not a bad wrestler. However, he's not a 60-minute wrestler. That's my thing. He's not a 60-minute wrestler. He's not a workhorse wrestler to me, in my opinion. I give him a good 15 minutes. All I need is 15 minutes of him, and I'm good.
I would be more generous than that. I think I'd give him 20 to 30. Actually, I don't think I would have minded if this match was 30 minutes. If they took the first 18 minutes of this match and put it with the last 12, mm-hmm. I think I would have been fine with that. I think I would have been fine with that. I expected a time limit draw. This is my issue. Well, one of my issues, because there's several, but I'm just going to give you one right now. Mm-hmm. I think that I love a mixture of styles, obviously. I love a mixture of styles. However, this mixture of styles should never go past 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you have, like I said, this was a match. It felt like a mixture of, it was a PWG spot fest, Ospreay doing New Japan junior heavyweight shit, mm-hmm. MJF doing crowd service like we in Ruthless Aggression SmackDown. Mm-hmm. It was a lot. And you're trying to mix all these things together, and it kind of felt just all over the place, like it was no structure. I love long matches. I just tweeted, what was it, 2 weeks ago? I said, I need a good long epic. I said, nobody done had a good 30, 40, 60-minute match in a long time. I need a good one, but emphasis on good.
Yeah, because I love Iron Man matches.
Yes. But the middle of this match was just a bunch of nothing. Like the middle of this match was just a bunch of nothing. And another people I've been critical of is FTR, right? And I think one of my problems with FTR is that a lot of times, well, they've been better, I would say, like in 2024, but especially in 2023, I think about like that Wrestle Dream match they had with Aussie Open.
Yeah.
They will do a bunch of nothing all through the middle of the match, but they'll have a great, outstanding last 5-6 minutes, and everybody be like, wow, that was the greatest match of all time. No.
It's a lot of wrestlers like that, though. That's crazy.
It is a lot. And me, I'm about less is more, and I'm also about consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Hangman and Bryan Danielson, they can do 60 minutes.
Yep.
Like, they can go, like Omega, the Okadas of the world, Bryan Danielson, they can do that. Like that. And I'm gonna be honest, Will Ospreay can do that with the right opponent.
Orange Cassidy.
Literally, this was just a whole bunch of nothing in the middle. Just a whole bunch of spot fest, y'all kicking out of everybody finisher, the styles. Like, don't get me wrong, great moves, great gowns, beautiful gowns. Great gowns, beautiful gowns. Like, MJF was pulling out stuff like that we typically don't see. The Made in Japan. He pulled out, what was it? The Avalanche Styles Clash. Like, great moves. But why? Like, it just felt like we just pulling stuff out the bag just to do it and take up time rather than everything having an essential meaning. And I feel like doing this tonight actively took away from other folks tonight. And we saw other people, particularly the women, lost a lot of time tonight.
We came too far from women business to regress for one person.
One person. I don't think and that's not even getting into the finish of the match, because I haven't even processed that yet, that he actually won.
If he was gonna win it like that, it didn't have to be 60 minutes. That's my thing. Like that, it didn't have to be 60 if you was going to end it that way anyway. What are we doing?
We could have done that. We could have done that in 29 minutes and 57 seconds.
What is this, MJ Hogan? What is this? What is going like?
And my thing is like, what did we gain from that? Now you got the world champion is pressed for time. At the end of the show, the world champion Okada, they shit getting cut short. You got Mercedes and Nyla, they shit getting cut short. The crowd is drained by the time the hottest angle from last week came out, had no energy for Mariah May. If you was going to end the match with a diamond ring anyway, what was the purpose? That's all. Like, I not understand. Some people and I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all are really tweaking. Like, I will say, greatest Dynamite match of all time. Are y'all fucking with me? Like, seriously? Like, come
you
on,
spitting on Kenny and Bryan Danielson's face right now?
Like, literally, did y'all just not see Hangman and Danielson like last week and all the 3 other matches they had before that? Like, come on, guys. Seriously, let's be for real. If we gonna be anything, let's be for real.
Because all they're going to remember is the last phases of that match, because that's what a lot of people like. Like, MJF is popular amongst people that enjoys WWE, that enjoys things to that nature, any type of entertainment to that nature. They enjoy MJF because that's all I see. That's like, oh my God, this is so good, and this and this and this when it comes to him. And I'm just like, bro,
here's the thing. Everybody's entitled to like what they like. And I understand, like, at the end of the day, he is a Dynamite original. I'm not saying he shouldn't have been on the show, but I do think that a lot of his habits have been proven unless I guess we all just decided to forget about last year. But okay. A lot of his habits have proven to not be helpful to the rest of the roster long term.
Exactly.
Like, we got people losing. Like, My thing is, you're not world champion, but you still getting treated like world champion.
Thank you.
And it's just so many other people on the roster right now. Not even just Swerve, but even like you got to think like the women have stepped up. Like they've stepped up to the point to where their angles, and we can go back to Forbidden Door with it. Their matches, their angles have been built better than the men's, and they're doing it with less time. They're doing it with less time, less matches. I don't think we needed that. I just don't think we needed for it to go 60 minutes. I just don't. I don't. I get it. I know some people like y'all like, oh my gosh, I had such a good time. I needed it. But here's the thing. Blood and Guts is next week. You had to rush that tonight. But that's supposed to be the moneymaker last night. And honestly, you still need to sell tickets.
Yeah.
For Nashville. You rushed that tonight. You rushed Mariah May tonight. You rushed Mercedes and Nala tonight. I don't know. Like, what is the value add? This isn't even the main event, guys, for All In.
That's his man's, I guess. MJF is his man's. I don't know.
Will Ospreay, though, I will say, one hell of an athlete.
Good job on the selling. It was a lot of great selling going on.
Great selling for Will Ospreay. Said he heard all the critiques that y'all had for him. And he said, bet. He said, watch this.
He was slick on his Shawn Michaels selling.
Absolutely. he pulled out so dramatic. He pulled out the stuff. The thing is, if you watch a lot of Ospreay matches, especially some of his stuff from New Japan, the thing is when he starts selling, he's dramatic.
Very.
He's going to go to the doctor. He's going to convince you all that he's dying, that he done fell out, all that. Like that's why he probably don't sell it, because he won't damn near stop the match every time because he's dramatic. And the thing is, I think that's also one of the things of how do I say it? Him and MJF have a lot of the same tendencies, but in different ways, because they're both dramatic, but they do drama in different ways. Like Ospreay is wrestling dramatic, and MJF is sports entertainment dramatic. So he gonna go into the crowd. He like throwing drinks, like he like doing stuff like that. Ospreay likes acting like the wind got kicked out of him, like he done passed out, like, you know, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can continue. I don't know if I could keep going. Like, and that type of drama plus that other type of drama together, too long, it didn't work for me.
Shout out to Ospreay. You did what you had to do.
Absolutely. And then I will say though, if that All In match, I need to see something considerably better. I need to see something like, I do think it's going to be better, because you're not finna embarrass Ospreay in his home country. You know how he played by that bruv. You know how he gets bruv. So he's getting
England took a loss and everything to us in football. So yeah.
Somebody got to bring it home in England on August 25th. And so Will Ospreay, I guess this is just gonna have to be you. You and Mariah are single-handedly holding it down for England
at this point.
So maybe that's so he can get his moment of winning the title. I just don't think we needed to do all that, y'all. I don't think we had to, because he's going to win it back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, well, what's the point? Unless they're gonna do something else. I don't know. I just gotta.
This is such a.
This messed up my narrative.
You know what? You know what this was? This is. I feel like this match, because it's Dynamite 250, it felt like a Cody tribute for real.
You know what? I had that conspiracy. I had that conspiracy. I'm like, like maybe they being petty.
All this add more adversity and stuff like that. This was a Cody tribute match. This is what they did. They said Dynamite. You saw he hit the crossroads, didn't he? He did it.
That makes a lot of sense. That's crazy.
This was a Cody tribute match, and so
that's what we're gonna call it.
Yes, this was a Cody tribute match. So I guess shout out Cody Nation, all y'all.
See, Cody, they do love you.
They do love you. They dedicated 60 minutes to you tonight. Okay, 60 minutes. So shout out to Cody.
Was it a tribute to his match against his brother? That's what.
I just need my brother. This was literally like a textbook. This was a textbook Cody tribute match. And so that's what we gonna call it. That's what I'm gonna chuck it up to. I'm gonna say, you know what? This is Dynamite 250. You know, MJF, you know, Ospreay, you just got the shit end of the stick. But this was the Cody tribute. And so
Cody versus Joey Janela match. This was a tribute. This was the throwback. All the day ones, y'all remember how that match went.
So I guess shout out to the Cody tribute match. I got to think of it like that or else I'm gonna get mad. Then we went into the Acclaimed backstage, and this was the moment when things went from worse to worser, and then it went to worsest. But we're gonna get there. We had the Acclaimed back there, and then Mark Briscoe come out. You know, I can't be mad at Mark Briscoe. Then Swerve come out, and then like, what did Swerve say? You can't think of AEW without thinking of y'all or something like that.
Yeah, something. I was still going off the first thing. I couldn't even focus.
You know how mad you got to make me frown during a Mark Briscoe promo.
Yeah.
Like, especially now, like Mark Briscoe on fire. Like everything he do turn to gold. The conglomeration, fantastic, amazing. But
I just didn't want to see the Acclaim right now. I was still mad about the
Cody. They didn't let us breathe. They went, I'm talking about, they said Cody
stinker after stinker.
Acclaim, Jericho. Y'all made me, then y'all didn't get Minoru Suzuki. Y'all didn't even get the chant right during the song. I was just pissed. I said, throw all this shit away. It was just bad after bad after bad. Listen, I think, well, we'll get there, but I don't think it's a secret that I don't think that the Acclaim is the right choice for Blood and Guts. But we here now. Like, yeah. I never thought we would come. I never thought it would get to this point where I would say, I miss FTR.
No, I'm not going to go that far.
I do. I'll say it. For Blood and Guts, if I had to pick, not saying, listen, obviously in a perfect world, I would have chosen neither of them. But when I think about Anarchy in the Arena, FTR didn't do anything. They just did their jobs. You know, they literally they did their jobs. Nothing obnoxious. You know, Dax was dressed like Tomohiro Ishii for some reason. I still can't understand.
Yeah, that was.
You know, but hey, you know, they really got out the way while everybody else did their spots. FTR really didn't cause no chaos at Anarchy in the Arena. I'll be honest about that.
But I rather Moxley and.
Well, yes, I would have rather Moxley. I wanted Mox. I tweeted that earlier today. But the Acclaimed, they don't, not even just the Acclaimed. Max Caster does not know how to just sit and like get his spots in and go. He's going to be on that microphone for at least 3 minutes. At least 3 minutes. He might grab it during the match, guys.
Yeah. I understand why they on AEW because we know the Acclaim is Tony Khan's idea. And it's one of those, I told you so's. It's going to work. These are my guys. And then on top of everybody know that the chat was around the time before like the suspension and stuff happened. But they were saying that the Young Bucks was dodging the Acclaim. So this is their way to kind of, you know, make it up to them.
And I get it. In 2022.
Right.
Like, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that the Acclaim were always bad. No, they weren't. At one point, they were the biggest, baddest, greatest thing. Like, I have so much Acclaim merch from 2022. Like, that's crazy. Like, I got autographs, guys. Like, I get it. We was scissoring.
I got mine too. My scissor shirt. Mm-hmm.
We was scissoring. We were scissoring everywhere. I remember even All In last year, Wembley Stadium. I was in there. We was all scissoring up and down. 81,000 people just scissoring.
We just wanted a break from the scissors. That's all.
But y'all know, y'all over scissored. We've over scissored. Like it's over. The raps suck. The chants ain't what they used to be. It's a wrap. And also the Acclaim, they never went off TV. That's one thing I can give FTR. They've taken breaks so where when they came back and made it feel fresh, you know, like at least the Acclaim, they went from tag champions. They got the belts taken off of them, which wasn't the right call. They were hot. They should have kept those belts while they were hot. Then they get the trios championships. Don't do nothing with that. Have the trios division in hell for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Billy Gunn beating Jay White ass for about 12, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was very draining. I know that they are reliable. Again, that's his guys. That's his idea. I stated on my show that every promoter has their favorites, obviously. So we can't deny that Tony has his particular favorites. So we had to, come to gripes with that because that's everywhere. So we obviously see that Acclaim, Jericho, MJF.
Like tonight, I will say it was a firm
Orange Cassidy.
Actually, you know what? That I think that it was foul that Orange Cassidy wasn't on Dynamite 250. And like out of all people, Orange Cassidy not being on Dynamite 250 is one of those things that I just look back in hindsight. I'm like, how the hell is he not on here? Like
right.
Orange Cassidy?
Because you had a lot of originals today. Nyla Rose, Britt Baker.
Tonight was the night where I feel like Tony drew his line in the sand and said, listen, these are the people I'm never coming up off of. So y'all can stop crying about it. Y'all can stop crying about it. We saw Jack Perry, Darby Allin, Hangman, Young Bucks, who else? MJF, Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, The Acclaim.
Jack Perry.
Yeah. All day ones. And like, I get it. Like I said, and honestly, this is more so for Caster, but guys, like, it's not working, but here we are. They are the first homegrown tag team success story. Like, that's obviously that's not a secret. Like, and this was fine in 2022. 2022. It was great in 2022. We were having so much fun, guys, in 2022. But right now,
really?
Seriously? Like, and also Blood and Guts. Like, is this who we are? The greatest roster in the world?
Blood and Guts better be good. That's all I gotta say.
It is going to be good. No, it's going to be good. I knew it was going to be good when they added Mark Briscoe. Him by himself. He's a party by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was going to be good. And like I said, Hangman and Swerve, they are very lucky that people care about seeing them two just look at each other so much, so where they don't care about who else in the match. They still go
right.
Y'all lucky. But anyway, we'll get back into Blood and Guts at the end. Next, we had the Learning Tree. It was fail after fail. They hate me. Y'all hate me, don't you?
I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even watch the segment because I was doing something else. I was like, I can't take this. I can't.
Then I hear Minoru Suzuki music come out.
Yeah.
And I said, damn. It's I gotta either turn on Minoru Suzuki right now or I gotta listen to this. It felt like Hydrogen Bomb versus the Coffin Baby. Like,
I have to watch though. The only reason why I support it because of Brian Keith. Like, that is the only reason why I have to. I'm watching it because my guy is getting TV time.
And I honestly say it's not even just Brian Keith. Big Bill is great.
Yes.
And you know what? Big Bill has been put in like some of the hands down worst factions in AEW history. He was put in the Firm and still managed to shine. Mm-hmm. He was put with Ricky and still managed to shine. Mm-hmm. And he was put with in this learning tree and still managed to shine. Like, I have a lot of respect for Big Bill, truly. Like, I think
he's him.
He's him. I think that they should have him with Brian Cage. Because I thought that tag team that they had going on had a lot of potential. But obviously, you know, they sent Brian Cage back with the Embassy. But I think they had a lot of potential. But yeah, what I did like about this segment is that as far as learning tree segments go, this was pretty short. But I guess nobody had no choice because you know who done took up the whole first hour of the show. It's only but so much overrun they was finna get.
I guess thank you to that, I guess. I'll give y'all a little thumbs up for that.
But then next, the show was redeemed in my eyes because we go straight backstage and it's the Elite, the Bucks and Okada, and then the CEO.
That was funny.
CEO. As somebody who's been wanting Mercedes with the Elite since day one, this was fantastic. Amazing. They all bounce off each other. Fantastic. Like that I was so confused when they said, hey, Okada said he want to see that little dance he'll be doing.
When they asked that, I knew kind of where it was going. I was like, oh, not him flirting.
He said, and you know, the thing is, Okada ain't typically never scared to say nothing, especially not know English. You know, he said whatever he want to say. The fact that he asked them, he said, yeah, tell her to do that little dance that she be doing.
And she said, gotta go.
And he said, oh, I get so hot. Listen, I
needed that laugh.
Okada liking being down with the Brown was just fantastic. Like I will say, they popped me with that one. I get big Rainmaker, not the little one, ho. Yeah, I think this is great. If y'all remember Battle in the Valley from last year when Mercedes won the IWGP Women's Championship, this was a very full circle moment because remember when her and Okada they was dancing the to like basically close out the show last year. So this was a really good full circle moment. Then we go into Mercedes versus Nyla Rose. What'd you think of this match? I liked it.
I did too. It was it was surreal to me that she was facing Nyla Rose. Like I was sitting there like it's really Mercedes versus Nyla Rose. Sure. Who would have thought? If it would have went longer, I'm pretty certain they would have did what they intentionally wanted to do. You could tell that it had to be, you know, cut down.
Abbreviated, yeah.
I would like to see another match with them in the future, a longer match, but I did like what I saw. They have a great dynamic together. Nyla Rose I love seeing her, and I'm glad that, you know, she gets the ovation that she gets now and everything. And it looks like Mercedes a heel, so.
Yeah. I think Mercedes also, she really thrives against like opponents that are bigger than her. I feel like she gets like really creative. And I think that Nyla Rose is just so underrated, and I hope that she gets more opportunities. And also, I think that it was very right that she was in the spot. Like, just because, like, and I've said this before, don't get me wrong, I love this women's division. I think that they have advanced so much. I think that they've added a lot of great new pieces, but I think it's important to not forget about the old ones too, about the people who really laid the foundation for, you know, this women's division to be what it was. And like, I think it was just right for Nyla to be in that spot for the person who was, you know, in the first ever women's championship match on the first Dynamite to be in this match. Like, I think it was really, really important. So, yeah, it was nice. I wish it was longer, but, you know, Can't nobody else have a long match around here because I guess everybody else needs 60 minutes. Just 60.
Yeah. And then when you think about the only one that was there, of course, Britt Baker. Our girl is injured now. Riho is injured. Sheeta, we don't, she in and out. So
I think Sheeta gonna be on Collision this weekend. Yeah, Collision. And so yeah, I wonder if they were planning to put Riho in that match though.
I think they were. It looked like it, it would have made sense, but it also made sense with Nyla Rose too.
Yeah. I'm glad that they ended up that they chose Nyla because sometimes they'll just pick anybody. I think I would have been pissed if they just picked anybody for that match. So that was good. I think that even like the Britt Baker stuff was cool with the Sting mask was cool. I thought that was like cool. And also like Mercedes be running like a track star.
Because she's so tiny.
She need to be on the Olympic team. She saw that girl. She said, absolutely not. I avoid confrontation, actually. I do not do confrontation. She said, absolutely not.
I don't like her running from Britt Baker, but I get it because it's the story.
Yeah. I still got to watch Britt's full close-up interview with Renee, but apparently she was saying that Mercedes came at the perfect time in her career. And I agree, actually. I agree. Because the thing is, I would say starting with Mariah coming, it was very clear that the division has started to shift. It was already starting to shift. And it was also very clear. I think you remember this. Do you remember that match she had with Taya Valkyrie?
Uh-huh.
And it was like, okay.
Terrible.
Everybody else is doing great. Willow killing it. Stat back killing it. And then suddenly we got the face of the division out there dropping the ball.
And then Taya got blamed for it. Yeah, I remember.
And so, and that wasn't the only match like that, but it was the worst. It was the worst. And I feel like we were at this crossroads, and it felt like it was around like truly around this time last year, but she still ended up being an all in of just like, listen, almost like a Jericho effect of let the people miss you. You got to come up off like you taking prime television time for girls who are ready right now, who ready to cook right now. And so I feel like this really happened at the perfect time for her because like now she's in a position to where she has to prove herself. Like you either like the thing is if it doesn't work out with her, it doesn't mean that the division is over. And I feel like at one point, if the Britt Baker project didn't work, the women's division was cooked. It's not like that anymore.
But this is what I believe too, because I said this on Monday. I said two things can happen. If this match at All In between Mercedes and Britt Baker does not exceed, Mercedes is going to take the fall for that. We know because people do not like her. And Britt Baker is going to be left behind again. So we have to see her wrestle more before All In, because I'm trying to keep it positive with her, because I'm like, okay, people come back from an injury better. Some come back better. Maybe she'll be one of those that comes back better. But we have to see that, because a match against Mercedes is one thing to have a promo and outside, chaos going on to build up the story. But when that bell rings,
especially in Wembley Stadium,
right? When that bell rings, it has to meet, because not only is this Mercedes Moné one of the best women's wrestler in America, North America. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's in North America.
This ain't on nobody. And I don't want that for Mercedes, because if it is a bad match, how they get it. It's not going to be Britt taking the heat for it. It's going to be Mercedes taking the heat for it.
I think, and also too of us, I do think that Britt will take some of the heat from it from AEW fans, but we all know that All In is going to be a lot of non-AEW fans watching just to see Mercedes fail.
Yeah.
And they're the people who are going to dominate the conversation. And so I think obviously the day one AEW fans can be very, I think, knowledgeable and just honest about, like, you know, Britt's weaknesses.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are just waiting to say, Mercedes said she was going to be this game changer and look at her and like, you know how they get.
Yeah.
I do think though, I think the match will be good because Britt has proven to be like, I don't think she can carry anybody. She can't carry nobody.
Oh no.
But she can rise to the occasion if her opponent is locked in. And we've seen that with the Thunder Rosa matches. We definitely see, like, even going back to Chris Statlander, the first time that Britt challenged for the TBS championship, that first women's collision main event, that match was very good.
Yeah.
Because because Chris came back off injury like fucking Wonder Woman.
She has to be in the ring with somebody that is able to help guide her.
Absolutely.
The issue that happened with Taya Valkyrie, I don't know what that was, but because Taya Valkyrie is a vet, so I don't
think that Taya's style. I don't think that Britt could really match that.
Yeah, that's what
I don't think she can really match that because, you know, like Taya's weird because she's trained differently than everybody else. Like she trained in Mexico.
Yeah,
like she has a very different style than just about everybody in the division. And so the thing is, also I think that when Taya first came to AEW, I don't think that she 100% outside of those Jade matches, but I mean, like, Jade was green, so it was not hard to like lead her. But it was, I don't think she really clicked. Like, I don't think that Taya was really clicking in the ring at first. And so if she not clicking in the ring and she up against somebody who's damn sure not clicking in the ring, it's going to be chaotic. Now, Taya, I think she's really hit her stride in Ring of Honor. Like, I think like she's doing great right now.
Yeah.
But when she first came outside of like the Jade matches, but that Britt Baker match was awful. Like, it was awful.
I just want to say to the people in your chat that's saying Taya is not good, you have to see Taya wrestle in Mexico because that's a different Taya Valkyrie. I've seen her at the Triple Manias. Like, that's a different Taya Valkyrie prior to the Taya Valkyrie you see now, because not a lot of women wrestles her style. Like, you don't see a lot of luchadoras wrestle in America.
I agree. I completely agree. Of just like it took a while for people who are trained differently. Like, who's a good example that I want to use? Do you remember like when Roosh first came to AEW and like a lot of people just couldn't keep up?
Yeah,
he was doing. I think that it's kind of like one of those situations, you know? Like, I think it's one of those situations of just. And I do think that like Taya was struggling to find a balance for a long time because she was very much dumbing her style down. Yes, whoever said that, she wrestles down. When she first got to AEW, she was 100% like dumbing her wrestling down.
Because not a lot of people can keep up with technical luchador wrestling. Not a lot of people can keep up with that. Like, we've seen Bryan Danielson get frustrated when he wrestled against the Alchemist. It's not an easy right. It's not an easy wrestling style to keep up with. Roosh wrestles that like, well, he's mixed with aggression, but it's not an easy thing. That's why when he wrestled against MJF, it looked the way it did, and he tried his absolute best, but you can't keep up with it. It's different.
I think also too about the thing is you have to think another thing about Taya. She had to come in. She's the veteran, but she has to, one, slow down, and two, dumb herself down because she's wrestling the faces of the division at the time, both of who are green. Britt and Jade are green. So not only was she dumbing herself down, she got to make them look good.
Yep.
Even though they green as hell.
They were.
But they are the faces of the division, so you can't have them looking weak. Well, they were the faces at that time. And so the dentist has a lot to prove. I will say she's been killing it on the mic, but I mean, I expected that, you know? Like,
yeah,
she ate up Saraya. She ate up Saraya. She accidentally turned Saraya heel.
Yep.
When Saraya first debuted. I mean, I expected nothing less from her on the mic, but this is a new women's division, and baby, over here, that bell got a ring.
And I need Mercedes to blade just one time. Like, I
just need her to blade. Yes, I need her.
She got to.
She has to. It is a AEW rite of passage. Y'all can cry about it later, talking about pretty girls don't blade, whatever.
You gotta blade. If pretty girls fight, pretty girls blade.
Yeah. Everybody, sorry, you gotta run that blade. You gotta get busted open. Like, and the thing is, Mercedes, I see it in you. I see it in you. If you say your fave is Eddie Guerrero, I know you got a blade. I gotta see it. But that was good. Then what happened after that?
It went straight to
I think they did the Jack Perry segment right after that. It was
no, we did the Mariah May.
Oh yeah, so they did a Mariah May like video package, essentially, about just a recap from last week.
Yeah.
Then we go to commercial, then we come back, and I think that's when they did the Jack Perry backstage, just beating up on Brandon Cutler again. And so as soon as I saw him, I said, oh yeah, we seeing Darby tonight. As soon as I saw him, I said, oh, Darby finna come out tonight. But then we go back to the ring and Timeless Tony's music hits.
Yeah.
And Mariah comes out in this great cosplay, rollers in, dressed like Tony, and y'all gave her nothing. The crowd gave her absolutely nothing. I was pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very upset about this. And maybe, I don't know, like, maybe this is a talk that needs to be had with, like, AEW's, like...
No, it's just Little Rock. They don't know no better.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm talking about, like, whoever is the live events person, like, why would y'all choose this place of all places to put the 250? If we could have had the crowd from last week, this week,
it would have been better.
I think I would have liked the whole show better, actually. But especially for Mariah, you got to think, this time last week, this was the hottest thing on the show. The crowd booing her to go off. Like, it is the hottest thing. That's why I truly believe it should have opened. I think that should have been the opening angle of the show, but oh well. To where now it's crickets. And she did everything she was supposed to do.
They started what chanting her?
Y'all gave her nothing.
That's why no one go to Little Rock. Nobody goes to Arkansas.
We never. Y'all need to scratch that off the list.
Arkansas.
Never again. If you're gonna go somewhere else in the South, there's plenty of better places in the South that you could have gone.
That's why nobody be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Arkansas for a vacation." That's why nobody don't go to y'all state at all. That's why nobody don't go to Little Rock. Y'all don't have.
That's why we literally. People in the South don't really count Arkansas as the South.
Y'all the Midwest.
Very forgettable state. I was very disappointed, but Mariah did what she was supposed to do. We just gonna have to run this back. I think that they already know what to do. They're gonna run this back eventually when in front of somebody else. I don't know who's the crowd next week. Are they in South Carolina next week? I think so. They in Greenville though, so I ain't gonna make it. But or is that the week after next? Either way.
Because the collision in Texas starts this week.
Oh, yeah. The residency.
Because I go to the August one.
Oh, never mind. I'm lying. I can't. I'm lying because I should have known that. Next week, Dynamite is in Nashville because it's Blood and Guts.
Yeah,
I forgot. So it's Blood and Guts next week. So let's try this again. Somebody said, let's be honest, the first hour killed a lot of the momentum. 100%. It did. It 100% did.
It killed the vibes.
It killed the vibes. And then the thing is, it was so odd because you got to think when MJF got the pin, we kind of all just stood there. The crowd just sat there in silence for a solid 10 seconds. Was just like, oh, was that real? Because the thing is, if you was going to do, like you said, if you was just going to hit him with the ring anyway, did we have to sit here for an hour to do it?
Exactly.
If we're going to do the same thing that you do all the time, did we have to just, loser.
Tony.
Tell these people no. Tell these people no. You got MJF asking for an hour of screen time every week. You got Swerve and Ospreay telling all their friends, pull up and get a contract. We got everybody can come.
Just say no. Tony, just hire me so I can, if you scared of these people, I can say it for you. He said, hell no.
AEW, you need to be the AEW bouncer.
I sure would.
And I sound like it's the club. Like, you can't, what Kamala said to them people, do not come.
Make me manager, because I'd be like, well, it's going to be a hell no. So.
Absolutely not. Y'all doing anything, man. They throwing drinks also. He gonna throw the drink at a wrong person one day, y'all. I guarantee it. Y'all gonna get the wrong person one day throwing them drinks. I guarantee it.
It's gonna be in Dallas. I feel it. I feel it. Somebody in Dallas I'm telling you. I feel it. It ain't gonna be me.
Tread real lightly. Also, I ain't gonna lie. I think even in Wembley, you gotta think them motherfuckers in England. You know how many L's they done took this year?
Yeah.
Tread real lightly.
I heard they chasing black people though out there or something. That's crazy.
Oh,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
it's crazy over football.
Yeah. Oh, football.
Dang, they get down out there.
No, they get real active. Nah, for real. And you gotta think they don't even got guns. So they gonna get up on you. Like they don't even got guns.
Get the sword fight.
Yeah, a sword fight. You get hit with a musket. Yeah, with a musket.
That is crazy. I challenge you to a duel. Don't kill me, Charlie.
Avada.
That is crazy. They sure don't got no guns. What they be doing? Like
stabbing.
Oh, they be shanking out there.
Yeah, like nah, that's close. That's eye to eye contact. I see you, you see me, we see each other.
That's gangster though.
That's hand to hand combat right there.
I respect it.
They gangster, man. We going back to the they said let's take it back to the Revolutionary War. We're gonna war. Anyway, like I said, you're gonna throw the wrong drink. Spill them beans and toast if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, I'm sorry, all my British friends, please don't kill me. It's been a night, okay? It's been a night.
Our bad, UK.
I told people, y'all think, for people who not familiar with Will Ospreay, he's a person, he get his friends to hook up. So like this time next year, when you're gonna look around and you're gonna notice that AEW was suddenly so British, don't be shocked. Just don't be shocked, guys. Just don't be shocked at all. Anywho, we got to the closing segment of the show, and it's Swerve versus Okada. Honestly, my only qualm about this is that one, I wish it could been longer. And then 2, like, they can't get a real finish to the match. Like, that's the match that I would have liked to see go to a draw. You know?
Yeah, I kind of knew shenanigans was gonna happen though to build up to the blood and guts.
They got started around 9:48. I say, yeah.
Shenanigans is gonna happen. And it did happen.
It did happen. But this was good. I think it was just surreal to see those two in the ring together. Like, I tweeted this last night, but you got to think, when the first episode of Dynamite came out, Swerve was barely in NXT. Like, he had just got to NXT. Mm-hmm. And then, you know, what was Okada doing? Being Okada, you know?
Yeah.
That when they did was that when New Japan did the MSG show? That was the same year they did the Madison Square Garden show, I think. 2019.
Yeah.
Because they had done it right after Kenny and them left.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just very surreal just to see them in the same ring together as like champion and champion. And also, it's nice to see Okada wrestle. I want to see him wrestle more. I would like to see him defend his title. That would be nice. But yeah, that's my only qualm about that. But you know, the Bucks get involved. They start beating on Swerve ass. Mark Briscoe come out. And then, you know, Jack Perry out there. And then a man came out and the music hit. And
he's not human.
Listen, I just truly, in that moment, I forgot about everything I've been complaining about all night. I forgot every single thing. When I heard that he was,
it still wasn't enough, but I enjoyed it.
It wasn't enough. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Like I said, the moment was short. It was very short. But for those 15 seconds, all of my complaints went out the window. When I heard that evil, that evil cowboy music, Adam Page is a man.
I passed out.
I started hyperventilating. I just started screaming. It's just it's just good to see him again. He was gone for 4 months and he's already been back 2 weeks and it still don't feel like enough. Like, it don't feel like enough. Like, I want you on Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, bring Dark back, put him on that too.
With no shirt on.
Yeah, and do them little interviews.
Put some honey on them too.
Yeah, I like that. Like, this. And when he just came down the ramp in that black jacket. He got up on the apron, and I've said this before. Him and Swerve, they do all that huffing, puffing, arguing, and all they do is just look at each other. And it was enough for me in that moment. And then I knew I said, oh, the next member about to come out. I said Darby finna come out. And guess what? Darby came out. And so they start brawling. It was good. I do think this is the coldest blood and guts build they've ever done.
Yeah.
As far as like, I think I'm interested in Hangman and Swerve. That's it. As far as like, and I'm not sure who this is going to help. Who other than them this is going to help. And also, y'all doing Hangman and Swerve, but Hangman's not even Swerve's opponent. There's a lot. And this ain't my job. But
I still think this leads to Adam Page and Okada for some reason. I still have that speculation.
Right, yeah.
Because they did do that stare down last week. And speaking of Adam Page, you editors, y'all still haven't used Adam Page and Beyonce's Tyrant correctly. And I don't, y'all keep using these other songs, and I'm like, Beyonce literally says Hangman got that water all over that song.
Yes,
y'all still haven't used it.
Now. Hangman, answer me now. Like, literally, you know what I realized? I'm gonna have to get in the booth. When a black woman wants something done right, she just got to do it herself, because
it ain't been right since they signed our boy.
Beyonce literally said it verbatim. She literally spelled it out for you. Hangman, answer me now.
Hangman got that water. Mm-hmm. Like, it's right there, and they want to use The one that I seen the other day, I'm like, what song is this? This is not Tyrant. I keep saying Beyonce.
And like, here's the thing, don't get me wrong. I love My Way. Okay, I think that we have about 18 My Way edits right now. We don't need another one. Somebody get in the booth, get that Tyrant downloaded, and let's get something done.
Somebody said, I don't like that Tyrant edit. I want a different one. I didn't like it.
I think
they didn't use enough effort in that one. Don't make me mad. It wasn't enough effort. That was just
going to CMLL.
Yeah. Whoa. They just announced it?
Yeah, I guess. Oh my gosh, that's great. That's amazing. Hold up. Let me go check. I'm checking the CMLL page right now.
Oh, it is going on right now.
This is crazy.
So Pac 2?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, yep. Oh my gosh. July 26th. Oh my God.
I still can't believe Lucha Brothers is about to wrestle on CMLL. That is crazy.
Insane. I will say Forbidden Door had highs and lows, but seeing Lucha Bros team up with Mystico
was everything.
That was crazy. Yeah, that was amazing.
That was everything. Like the way I said, like the way Lucha Blog was tweeting it, you could tell that he had a lot of emotions in his tweets. And even though he was being sarcastic, I'm like, he crying.
That was the most lit 0 hour I've ever been to. And I will say, because you had Willow and Tam versus Chris and Momo from Stardom. You had the Lucha Bros and Mystico, like even like that, the 3-4-way tag team match that they had, like that was the littest 0 hour I've ever seen.
Yes.
Wow. Death Triangle and CMLL. Ain't that something, y'all?
That's dope.
And a black woman is CMLL Women's Champion. Ain't that something? You know?
I love how they trust Willow.
She is the Forbidden Door. She is the Forbidden Door. Listen, at least something good came out of the night. You know, we needed some good news. Blood and Guts, man. I'll be there. I'll be seated. We gonna see how this gonna go, y'all.
You going to the Nashville?
No. I just meant seated in the house.
Oh, I was like, you going to the Nashville?
I wish though. I haven't been in Nashville since before the pandemic, but I had a great time.
Yeah, Nashville.
I never got to go to I didn't get to go to Bourbon Street though, which it was upsetting. I didn't get to go to Bourbon Street, but I went to Memphis the next night and I went to Beale Street, which was a great time. And I ain't gonna lie,
Memphis is a whole different turn up.
Memphis, I feel like, Memphis, I felt a little bit more at home.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift. Beale Street was a great time though. But I didn't stay in Nashville long enough to go to Bourbon Street. So maybe next time. It's just on a Wednesday. Like, y'all, can y'all make Blood and Guts a pay-per-view? I love special Dynamites, don't get me wrong. But how am I supposed to get out to just Blood and Guts on a Wednesday and be back to work on Thursday? It's just not gonna happen.
We do it all the time. We literally every time they come up, we be drinking and everything, and I still get up to go to work.
Well, yes, if it's in your town,
some people do travel.
Some people do. Like I ain't got it like that yet. Well, I used to work like a fully remote job, but still, like, I don't know.
If I was remote, if I ain't have kids and I was remote, definitely.
Well, if you know what, next year, I'm gonna save up my PTO for during summer to go to Blood and Guts. Like Blood and Guts are Grand Slam. I'm gonna do one of them one of these days. But
yeah,
I feel like I want to go to Arthur Ashe so bad. I was so sad they didn't do Forbidden Door and Arthur Ashe. but because I want to do Arthur Ashe so bad, but I don't know, y'all. Dynamite 250. That's what we got.
A Cody tribute. That's what it was.
A Cody tribute match. It's a lot of tributes, actually. We had a Nyla Rose tribute. We had a Tony Storm tribute. We had what was it? We had an Elite tribute.
Jericho did a tribute
to himself. The learning tree, guys. But that's it. That's all. Short and sweet today. But thank you, Keeks, for joining me. Obviously, Danny will be back, I think at the beginning of August. Like, listen, y'all, she built different. She
living.
She in Europe all July. I'm trying to get like her. Actually, next time she taking me with her. Right? Don't leave me.
I've been looking at her pictures on Instagram. I'm like, okay, she there. Okay.
I've been commenting. I said, girl, please put me in your suitcase next time. I ain't gonna lie, we'll shut the show down all month.
That's great. I'm surprised she's not going out there for Ali, because you going out there for Ali, right?
I don't know. I might not be able to swing it. I'm sad.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, I just got my media approval this week too. So like, I want to go so bad. It's such a good time. I'm not gonna lie. That whole weekend, when I say I had so much fun.
You had a lot of fun.
Even before the show. Like, I'm gonna be honest, because the actual show itself, all in, was kind of like, but like just the weekend, the vibes of just like, there's just so much to do in London. Like, there's just so much to do. Like, in that Rev Pro show the night before, that's it. That's the show right there. But I'm also, I don't know, like that show kind of falling apart too, because Stephanie Becerra was supposed to be on that show. So,
well, they finally having a pay-per-view out here. They listen to the streets.
Okay, while we have you on that, the last thing we'll talk about. So Dallas is supposedly getting the first U.S. AEW stadium show. How do you feel?
I feel lovely. I feel really good. I can't wait to turn up. I'm gonna be there. I know I'm gonna drag my sister with me. I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be there. We gotta figure out what we doing that weekend, though.
Hey, listen, I'm trying to be drunk as a skunk with a lucha mask on and a cowboy.
Oh, that's happening. That's happening. That's already happening.
Like, I'm talking about. I want one of them lucha masks where I can put my hair out, and then I want a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I already said I'm gonna get me a custom one done. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get me one done.
I'm trying to commit. This gonna be Lucha Cowboy Carter. Like, y'all, I'm coming Dallas. Because I've been to Dallas before. I love Dallas. I was when I went to Final Battle 22, and I was supposed to go back to Final last year. Yeah.
Jerry Jones said, "Money is money. I'm not committed to whoever." Money.
You
want to have what at the stadium? Tony Khan. Oh, I know you. Okay.
Listen, I think people forget that part. When we start getting into stadiums, not arena stadiums, NFL, they know Tony Khan money good.
Exactly. Like the Khans. Oh, okay.
Like the Jaguars. That's what they hear. They hear the Jags. Oh, okay.
Because his buddy ain't in WWE no more.
The money is good, and they gonna take it. I think it's gonna be special. Like, I think it's gonna be really special. And it's really crazy. It's like even we're talking about, like we were talking about Dynamite 250 earlier. Just like, what the fuck do you mean that this t-shirt company running a stadium? Like, they're right. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. But I will be seated. We got to have everybody healthy though.
Everybody's gonna be there.
Everybody got to be healthy. We got to have Brian Danielson. This one of your part-time matches, so put your shoes on. Kenny Omega. He ain't got no choice, y'all. Listen, now that they done gave me hope, now I pray every night, please bring him back.
I will give him whatever I will give him mine. What is it?
You need a new stomach. I got plenty to share.
I got a whole bunch of stomach. I have here, take it.
I will share. And also, what else? You know what? I think it's going to be interesting though, because they're running in Texas. I think that this probably could be a joint show with CMLL.
That's what they said. They said a event. So I'm like, oh.
Imagine if they do Kenny Omega versus Mystico.
Wow.
Y'all have me start singing. Some
people I want to see and some people I don't want to see. I have a whole list.
Hey, listen, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead and get prepared, y'all, because you know who will have a match. I'm telling y'all that Corazon de Leon will be booked and busy. Will be booked and busy. If you think that Chris Jericho ain't getting a singles match on that card, just go ahead, cry about it, get mad.
I don't care. The child in me though. I'm not going.
Yeah,
if you don't know, if you're new to me, if you don't know, I'm not as much as I once was, but as a child, I was the biggest Jericho fan, like the biggest. So that's gonna come out if he is wrestling.
I just want to prepare everybody right now. If you think, just go ahead and know Chris Jericho not is only gonna have a match, he's gonna have a singles match, and he's going to have a big singles match. Corazon de Leon is coming. So just go ahead and prepare yourselves right now. It's not up for debate. It doesn't matter if you like it or not. And I'm going to be honest. Let's just be real. CMLL ain't going to want to do it without him.
I'm going to cry like the CM Punk fan. I'm just letting y'all.
You ever seen that video? What is that? It's that white boy on the streets of Mexico, and he starts singing with the mariachi band, and he starts singing from his soul. That's gonna be me. That's gonna be me at this event. I'm getting my lucha mask. I want to order one from Penta Shop. From Penta, because he sell masks.
His shit is expensive though.
Yeah, I hope they take Klarna.
It ain't on usually the ones that I see be $65. His is on the 100, 200, 300. I'm like, and they be sold out.
They better be on the firm. Mm-hmm. Hope y'all on the firm. But yeah, so that's something to keep an eye out for. And then they running in Japan soon. I wonder if they're gonna do something in Arena Mexico. I wonder, because they New Japan and CMLL, they already do Fantastica Mania, but they've done Fantastica Mania this year in 4 locations.
Yeah.
They did Japan, Mexico, the UK, and the US this year. So who knows? I think AEW gonna probably do something in Arena Mexico with them soon. So maybe it's gonna be their own little collab project, like New Japan and CMLL got, and AEW and New Japan got their own show. So they gonna do their own show with CMLL. But That's all for the future. But yes, thank you for coming on, Keeks. Where can we find you, and where can people watch your show?
You can find me on Twitter, All Elite with Keeks. You can find me every Monday live on Public Enemies, going over AEW All Elites with Keeks, AEW content only. And also on Tuesdays, I am on Twitch on Young Goldilocks. We go over The Boys. I know The Boys season finale is tomorrow. I'm eager to see it. It's crazy. I'm nervous because I don't know. It's getting intense. So yes, you can catch me on Tuesdays on Twitch as well. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
We need to. I need to watch The Boys. I'm not gonna lie. Every time your tweets be getting me so excited, I be like, "What she talking about?"
Listen, it's good. You gotta watch it. You will like it. You will like it.
I watched the first episode and it was really good. But the thing is, I was watching so many other things at the same time. It just got put on the back burner. But yeah, I need to watch it because everybody be talking about it, and I hate having FOMO. I hate having FOMO. So bad, because it just feel like all y'all be talking about it, and it just be making me feel left out. Like
Because
it
it's
made
the
me
way that they make fun of current events. You'll really like it. You really like it.
That's why I need to catch up on that, and I need to catch up on what's the other show? House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah, girl. You gotta catch up.
I was a huge I saw every episode of Game of Thrones, and I love Matt Smith, like Matt Smith who plays Damon.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
He was in Doctor Who, so he was the 11th Doctor. So like I'm a huge Matt Smith fan, but I don't know. I got behind on, you know how you get 2 episodes behind and then you look up and the whole season over. That's what happened to me on House of the Dragon. So
that's Davis.
They doing Darby versus Beast Mortos. Ooh, do y'all trying to keep him healthy before this thing or not?
He's not human, so he could do it.
And that's on Collision. Good God,
he's not human, so he could do it.
He can't. I'm convinced. Like you ever watched House?
The hospital show?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that episode about like what was it? That girl who couldn't feel pain, and it was like the pain receptors in her body were turned off. I think that's what's up with Darby. I think something might actually be wrong because some people like
he's an alien.
Yeah, like some people like the pain receptors in their body don't communicate to their brain, so like they don't feel it
because he's a mutant.
Yes. And like them people literally like they have to like check their eyelids and they have to check everything every day to make sure they're not bleeding, because like you can literally like stab them or something and they won't feel it.
He had Tony Hawk doing some type of skateboard trick off of his broken foot, and then get hit by a bus 2 weeks after that. And
then that he got hit by the bus and he still went to like a Broadway show like the same day.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said they said, and not any bus, a New York bus, a bus in New York, like. So you already, they don't care about pedestrians. Do not matter in New York. So they said when he got hit, he got up himself. And they said the emergency people was asking him, "Are you sure you okay?" And he was just like, "Yeah, I'm okay. I just need some water."
That motherfucker Darby, you know how crazy you gotta be for Tony Hawk to say, "Listen, this motherfucker right here is nuts." Tony Hawk said, "I done did some crazy shit in my life, but this man right here, nuts."
I want to meet Darby Allin. I want to meet him one time because I want to burn him. I just want to see, do this hurt? I just want to try this on you.
I think that's how I feel about Double or Nothing, because Double or Nothing, I feel like, Darby was not the original person who was supposed to be in that match, but the actual match ended up like revolving around him being a human pinata. So I want to know what the original plan was, because what the fuck do you mean? And I know he probably said, "Yeah, you can just hang me from the ring, and I just want y'all to kick me in the nose."
And then he randomly has his license for a blowtorch. So everybody's like, "Why do you have that? Like, why do
you just walk around and say like, yeah, I'm licensed?" He said, "I got it, but I'm safe.
I got it right here.
I got it, but we're safe. I'm licensed." He's not.
And Jack Perry, why are you trained to take that stuff? Like, what is wrong with y'all?
Darby, no, not Darby. Jack Perry said, "Yeah, you can set me on fire. This ain't my first time." Why would you do that? Like, what are we? Anyway, shout out. That's why Blood and Guts is gonna be good. With Darby in it, they about to do something nutty. Like it, so that alone is enough. And also, now that I think about it, aside from Swerve and Mark Briscoe and Okada, this match is all AEW originals.
Mm-hmm.
All AEW originals. So it's gonna be fun.
I noticed that today.
Yeah, like it's all like OGs. So hey man, we'll see. They'll probably do a lot of tribute spots, like the different stuff. So we shall see. Anywho, you can find me on Twitter at Lyric Wrestling and Instagram. I need to write. I told everybody I'm going to write this article because people keep DMing me and saying like, "Oh, I plan on going to Japan. I need tips." And so honestly, I can't answer all your questions like by DM. So I'm going to write something. I promise. I'm gonna write. And also, all the Black people who are reaching out saying they're going to Japan, I'm so excited. That makes me really happy. So many, like, I've been getting so many DMs from like Black people saying like, "Hey, like, can I go? Or is it you like, you sure ain't nothing gonna happen?" Like, I'm like, y'all, it's good. Like, it's good. And it's cheap right now. But no, I highly recommend making a trip. A lot of people want to go for Wrestle Dynasty, as they should. If hey, like, especially if I can't make it to All In, it's gonna be my goal to really try to be back in Japan this year because that whole week is just magical. But yeah, I'm gonna write some up, and then G1 starts this weekend, so I'm not getting any sleep. Actually, the press conference is in a couple hours, so we'll see if I stay up for that. But without any further ado, thank you for supporting this show. Go support Keeks' show. I'll be back next week. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll be here. But until next time, good night, and I will see you next week for Blood and Goods. Bye.